In today's episode, Teresa and I will talk about etiquette. And since I'm like Oscar or the odd couple, I'm hardly the one to talk about it. But of course, that didn't stop me. Please listen in.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Earrings Off. We want to invite you to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. You can find us on Facebook at Earrings Off Podcast and on Instagram at The Earrings Off Podcast.
Welcome to Earrings Off. I'm Lou.
And I'm Teresa. Let's get started.
Well, hello, Teresa.
Hi, Lou. What's going on?
I tell you, a lot. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Good. Well, listen.
How about you, girl?
You remembered your manners today. Ching ching for Teresa. She usually doesn't even wait to ask how I'm doing. I'm doing.
You know what?
I'm doing well.
I do remember, but you are always so fast to jump right on in, just like you did today.
Okay, whatever. Listen, Teresa, seriously.
Okay.
I have been waiting to tell you this.
Okay.
Well, that's a lie. I haven't been waiting. I kept forgetting. That's a lie. Haven't been waiting. Couldn't remember, but now that I did, I'm gonna tell you, this happened. You know how we talk about mindfulness and how powerful the mind is and
Absolutely.
all that, the importance of meditation. Well, this happened to me last week.
Okay.
Okay. My blood pressure it was up a little. Well, I had some popcorn, which was too salty. I knew it when I started eating it. But as always, that didn't stop me, even though I knew it was salty, because I'm like a 5-year-old. My brain was saying, Lou, that's salty. But I was like, but it's popcorn and I'm sitting here chilling. So yeah, anyway. Okay, I digress. But Teresa, I could feel it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, I felt, how they say you can't tell when your blood pressure's up. I can tell. I feel slightly off. Mm-hmm. So anyway, sure enough, I got up, I took it. It was a little high. So it was 140/90. I wrote this down, right? Which is high. So I sat there and I said, okay, I just started thinking, okay, when I take my blood pressure again, it's going to be 117/67. I mean, that's what I said. I said it repeatedly to myself. Even though that bottom number is low, I just did that intentionally. I kept thinking, when I take it again, this is what it's going to be. I took it 13 minutes later, and that's all I did was kept thinking about that. And it was 117/72.
Stop the madness.
True. It's true.
Oh my goodness.
Do anything. I didn't take anything. I sat down and I kept thinking about what that monitor would say.
Oh my goodness, Lou. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. You're right, though. The mind is amazing.
Yes.
The mind is amazing.
It is. It's very powerful. You and I talk about what we say to ourselves. I'm telling you, I kept seeing the number I wanted to see when I took it again.
Mm-hmm,
that's all I did. And that's what happened. And then I checked it like 3 more times during the day, and that's where it stayed.
Oh, wow. Lou, I got goosebumps. Wow. That's amazing.
True. That's true.
And you stop doing that to yourself. It's salty.
I've had popcorn since then. I didn't put any salt on it. But anyway, I bought this popcorn popper because I saw it and I had to have it. That is a dangerous thing. But anyway, we are not talking about popcorn and my stuff today. Today's discussion, we're going to talk, Teresa, it's almost summertime, and I'm seeing and hearing some things that I think you and I need to talk about for the good of the community, and that's etiquette. Okay. And
Okay.
I know I'm like Oscar in The Odd Couple. I'm a poor one to talk about it, but even I know there are some things we should not be doing. When we know better, we have to do better.
That's right.
We want to
No,
talk.
I would imagine that I'm Oscar when it comes to this, and you're not. You have the etiquette. No, I'm serious. You have the etiquette thing down. You make me, I'm like, wow, I'm such a slob when it comes to that.
But okay, you got low standards. But anyway, so okay.
That's funny.
Okay, we know RSVP, and it's a French phrase, which actually means respond if you please. But I think Black folks, we've been taking that expression literally. We just think it means respond if I feel like it. Please, people, don't do that.
Yeah.
Hosting events, it's a lot of time and energy and money.
Money. That's what I was going to say. Money.
It's a lot of money. And even more so now with things being so high. And so if people care enough and they want you there, they invite you, please, if you get an invitation and you see RSVP and a date, that means respond by the date. And I know what you're doing. Some of you are waiting to hear if you get a better offer coming along. And that's just not nice. It's like, well, I sort of want to go to that, but might be something else. Please stop that.
That's right. Nice. But Lou, you have to be clear. Respond whether you are attending or not.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Let the people know. And okay, listen to this. If you get the invitation and it's just for you, and it doesn't give you the option of including a guest, you have a decision to make. You either go by yourself or you decline.
That's right.
There's no third option, as in calling the host and saying, can I bring somebody? Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Please, just
stop doing that. And then I'm going to take that one a step further. If the option is for you to bring a guest.
Yes.
That is one person, not the whole family.
Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up because this is a true story. I had an event when my son finished school. I sent out invitations and I didn't hear from this one family member, which I thought was odd. So then I called to say, you did get the invitation. Yeah, but we're not going to be able, the date is bad and we're going to miss it. And I said, fine, okay. How about when the doors opened and it was at a hotel and we know they add all the costs on top of that, he strolls in with 4 people, a total of 5
goodness
people added. I was freaking out. So I did what any respectable person would do. I went to my sisters and told them what happened. And so my sisters cut back on their eating. And so did because we were concerned.
Yeah.
Particularly a couple of the dishes we may run out, and they had to do the sister thing and try to carry me when the people were running around. Do you want something else? Oh no, I'm not hungry. Oh no.
Yeah. So I was part of a event on a planning committee of a recent event, and one of my duties besides planning the event was check-in, right? And there was an RSVP. Folks RSVP'd, and of course I can tell you, I can count, it probably was 10 people, and some of them brought guests that did not RSVP. And luckily for us, we had some additional seats added at the end because we felt like that was going to happen. So we were able to accommodate. them, but that could have gone and just like your sisters, the planning committee, we all decided don't eat.
Yeah, I mean, but
Right.
we were fine. I'm sure your group was fine, but who does? It's just, come on. It's 2023.
Right.
You need to RSVP whether you're going or not. And if it's just for you, don't bring extra people. That places additional stress on the people having the party. And the other thing that I recently experienced in attending somebody's event, if an event starts at 6, try to get there, 6:15, 6:20 or something. But, unless you told the host you're going to be late, please try to honor a start time, particularly if it's a dinner party or something like that. But on the other hand, now this is what I need you to hear me, people. If the event starts at 6, don't show up early and expect to be entertained. Chances are the host has some last minute preparations that they have to handle, and attending to you will be a distraction. And so if you get there early, which I hope you don't, but if you get there early and you offer to help and they say no, thank you, that's your cue to go sit down and stay out of the way.
Oh my goodness.
Please.
I think you're talking to me.
I mean, really, I hate to say it, folks, but if the shoe fit, don't do that. I mean, and people are nice because you got there. What are they supposed to say? They don't want to be rude to you, but stop doing that. If
that's what
early, go sit down somewhere and stay out of the way, and don't start nibbling on stuff early. Just sit down, okay?
But you know what, Lou? For me, it's like if I'm early, I feel funny sitting down when there are things that need to be done, and you can clearly see if the hostess is
right. Teresa, remember I said if the host declines, that means as much as you see things need to be done and you think you can help, that means they're in their own flow. They don't want to tell you how to put this there and what they want. They just want to handle it. So that just means stay out of the way. Okay? And I want to talk a little bit about another thing. Okay, and this one's a little hard because as Black women particularly, everybody think they can cook, okay?
I can imagine what this is going.
But if you're really not a cook. Now, I'm not talking about how you see yourself cooking and throwing down in your dreams. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you are dealing in reality and you know that you're really not that kind of cook, then don't try to bring the signature dishes to the event. This is not your time to think that you are going to be the person that everybody congratulates for making such a wonderful dish. Stay away from bringing a potato salad. If you stop bringing mac and cheese,
my goodness,
the baked beans. Listen, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I had to accept this too. Just bring some paper products, bring maybe some chips or something, but don't try to get in there. Let me tell you, it can turn into a war zone. You don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to have a bad experience. So stay away from that. If you know you're really not a cook, this isn't the time. The people look nice and like they're going to have a good time. But let me tell you from personal experience, it can turn ugly quickly. So don't do it.
You did say from personal experience.
Teresa, I just meant observing. I've never tried that. Okay. I'm well aware of my limited skills.
I'm not getting that twisted. I know that you don't cook.
No.
What I'm saying is
I've just observed some things in my own family go very sour. And I'm in there trying to clean it up and make it, people calm down a little bit. It's just one meal, but people don't take it like that.
Yeah, that's right. I have never done that though. Like I will always ask if there's anything that I can do prior to. And if the answer is no, I'm not walking in with the dish and I can cook.
Yes, you can. But
but no.
Get ugly.
Yeah, I can cook, but typically what I make, people don't want to eat anyway.
I didn't want to say that, but I was thinking to myself, Teresa, you better not go in there taking that gluten-free, salt-free stuff.
Sugar-free.
You sugar-free. Friend, I love you too much. Don't do it. Don't do it, Teresa. Don't.
I would not. I would not. Absolutely.
No, Teresa, I need you too much here. Don't do it, Teresa. Don't. No, that's for family. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about, because I'm working on one now for my family. Next year, the reunion. Listen, I've said this before. When you plan reunions, take into consideration all members of the family when planning. Now, you know your relatives, and so don't plan some extravagant reunion that's going to cost a lot of money when you know that may be a challenge for some members of your family. This is not your time to show that you big money in the family. Go somewhere and sit down. Stop doing that. Grow up already. Do that amongst your little friends. Don't do that with family. Stop. So that's now true. plan a reunion that considers everybody, also not only their finances, the location. Think about, if you have senior members of the group or members who may be having mobility challenges. Every event can't involve a whole lot of walking and movement. Think about that, because what you're hoping for is a time to have some memories, and you want everybody to be included in that. And the other thing, when you're planning your little reunion, shouldn't say little, but your reunion, if you know part of it's going to be you going out to a nice restaurant or any restaurant with 30, 50 people, stop thinking you're going to be served when you get there. Eat something before you leave, because it's a large group.
It's going to
take these servers and harassing restaurant personnel. Don't go there hungry, and expect to be patient and polite. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So I want to add something. My mom was invited to an event a couple of weeks ago. And when she arrived to the event that she was expecting to be indoors, right? Yeah. It was outdoors, and she's in Georgia, and central Georgia, and it's summertime, right?
Yeah.
And so it was for older women. It was a thing done for the church ladies, and she was sick for 2 days because it was so hot out there.
No.
Yeah. Even though they had tents, they had fans, but it was just uncomfortably hot for them. And like, she didn't even feel like eating because it was so hot out there, and she really wanted to leave, but she rode with someone else, so she had to stay. But she wasn't the only one. One lady actually had an asthma attack, and it's likely because, they did it at a time. This was not even 2 weeks ago. This might have been it was 2 Saturdays, not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before, when we were having that bad weather, that bad air quality.
Right.
Yeah. One of the ladies sitting outside somehow was an asthma attack was induced. But yeah. So be mindful, like you said, of the group that you're planning for, and try to make accommodations, especially for the seniors.
Right. And we just need to just do a little bit more forethought when we're planning events. And also, particularly if you're planning a family reunion, give people ample time to pay their deposit, give them a heads up, make sure that they're clear on expenses. People can't just, pull money, at the drop of a hat, particularly after this pandemic. There are a lot of factors that are impacting people right now. Be considerate of that. If you want your reunion to be successful, give them time, give them lots of information so that people can plan accordingly. Sometimes people are having to travel, so you have travel expenses on that as well. So just be mindful. And the main point is one I made earlier. Stop trying to show out with your family. Okay, go somewhere and sit down. Okay, stop doing that. There's nothing nice about that. Okay.
I am enjoying that. Go somewhere and sit down.
Sit down, okay? Everybody know you got it like that. Good for you. But maturity is about not needing to show that and being considerate of others. And if you're family, why don't you act like family?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So anyway, we hope that we've helped you just a little bit today.
You forgot one, I think.
Okay, go on. What did I forget?
What about gratitude? Showing appreciation to the
hostess. That's a good one, Teresa.
Yeah. Letting them know how much you appreciate being invited and what a great time you had. Right. All that good stuff.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because now more than ever, we need to get together, and we need to be supportive. And we'll find that happening more and more as people get more comfortable and as people feel like, you know what, that was worth every bit of time, effort, and expense I went through to do that. Because
that's right.
It not only did they have a great time, so did I, and I needed that. So, yeah. So that's our tidbit about, etiquette. Think about that going forward. So that's it for us today. It's a short episode, but it's full of great information.
It is great and timely.